Huh? No love? Alright. Right now I'm just warming up the chest, getting the right side activated, so that when I get into the bench press here in a minute, it actually wants to fire. It doesn't want to give the work to the shoulders, the triceps. With the nerve issue I've had, my shoulders, triceps want to pick up all the work. My right pec doesn't want to do it at all. So I'm trying to get it working up, get ready to get into the bench press. everyone. Thanks for jumping on. Working on right now is just warming up the chest because of the nerve damage. The right pec and the right tricep kind of went to sleep on me, and got to wake those up before getting into the bench press. A lot of times the shoulder and the tricep try to pick up all the work on any lift that I do. So trying to just activate the right side before I get into the bench press here and try to load. The only way for the chest to grow back on the right side is to put load to it. But I don't want all that weight transferred to the shoulder or the tricep. If you're on here and you haven't hit the like button, don't forget to do that. I'd appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. The goal for 2026 is 1,000 subscribers. We're at 357, I believe, right now. Got a few of you on. Don't forget to hit the like button while you're dropping in. Got my buddy Tim Brennan on here. Says, amazing work, sir. It's the CBMs of life that make it all worth it. Yep. I appreciate it, man. Hey, really appreciate you always being a big supporter. You always have positive things to say. There's not a lot of guys around there like you, or out there like you. I just want to say I'm grateful. I appreciate it. Showing all the love, all the support, all that kind of stuff. My YouTube buddy from Denver, I think it's Denver. I remember it's Colorado. I can't remember if it's Denver or not. But either way, appreciate all your help, man. All your support. Love watching your stuff too. You guys haven't checked out Odd Fitness Tim Brennan. He's got some great stuff on there. We're just a couple of regular guys trying to figure it out. Tim Brennan says, you got it, dude. I've been injured, had so many surgeries. Denver, yep, gotcha. Yeah, you know how it goes. The climb uphill is a steep climb, but it feels really good once you get there. Once you see the progress of getting there. And really, that's kind of the thing, whether you're recovering from an injury or not, enjoying the process is a big part of any big obstacle you try to overcome. You know, if you try to skip enjoying the process and rush your mind to, well, I just want to see it. I want to see the build. I want to see the end result. You kind of burn yourself out. You got to enjoy the process. So parts of the process are not always enjoyable, but you know, if you really just kind of embrace it, it does something. It's a mind shift. And I'll be honest, once you finally achieve some big goal that you had to put a lot of effort into, you actually kind of find yourself a little nostalgic for the process, and then you realize, like, man, I just tried to skip through that whole thing. I didn't really give it the proper mental attention that I should have, because I just wanted to get it over with, and now I kind of miss it. I've just kind of noticed that's how things go. So what we're doing right now is I'm working with the power twister, just trying to engage the right pec. Power twister, I don't find that it necessarily is a good muscle building tool, because you can't get the negative movement from it. After you compressed it, it just kind of opens back up on its own. There's no real resistance on the way back out, which is where you get a lot of your muscle build. But I do find it's helpful contracting the right side, that sleeper pec, kind of waking it up. If you're visiting and haven't hit the like button yet, don't forget, hit the like button. Helps us out. good lighting, you can kind of see the injured pec compared to the healthy pec. So if you're listening in the background, we've got some AI cover songs playing, which I never would have thought I'd actually like. The reason we play these is because the actual songs are copyrighted, and anytime they play in the background, it blocks my video in a lot of places. So I tried to find some cover alternatives, and this came up, and I've noticed the kind of 1950s blues era has a nice tempo, and the tempo actually helps me slow down and get really good contraction, really good negatives on the exercise I do. So not necessarily everybody's cup of tea as far as workout music. I'm sure most people like rock music or rap music or whatever, but I find in comparison to kind of bluesy music, it makes you just want to crank them out really fast. And crank them out really fast, you're not using the tempo that you need to use to build muscle. So I find this actually pretty helpful. See, we got another comment over there. I'll read it in just a second. Contraction. All right. Odd Fitness Tim Brennan says, all the copyright stuff is so corporate cringe greed. Yeah, I don't disagree. Oh, lost you guys, sorry. Technical issue. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm always a little hesitant to support any of the AI stuff, especially when it comes to art, talent, things like that. But like I said, the tempo, the pacing on this stuff is actually kind of helpful. Some of it's way better than the originals. I'm not really a big music fan anyways. Oftentimes, over the years when I work out, I like to work out to just podcasts or sermons or interviews or something like that. But I've started doing this where I'm on live with you guys, and instead I engage with you guys now. So that's kind of a new thing. It's kind of nice. It's like going to a gym, having the gym community, that gym network, but not having to worry about any of the equipment being used up. Everything's still available here in my garage. So that part's kind of nice. All right, I'm gonna set the bar up. We're gonna look for starting at 75 pounds flat bench. So you guys give me a minute while I set that up. If you got any comments, go ahead and leave the comments. I'll read them here in a second. Don't forget to hit the like button. Again, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. I'd love to have you on. we're set. We're just gonna load up some weight. So you got a comment here that says, our channels are good because they are raw and unfiltered. I believe people will love our flavors because we will be truth and not polished, boring, clean AI content. Yeah, I completely agree. You know, Tim, one of the things I was thinking about when I started this channel is, you know, of course I tried a bunch of different stuff and, you know, was looking on online on YouTube, and I noticed everybody's stuff is super polished now. Everybody's stuff is super filtered. Seems like they're reading from a script. It's the same cut sequence and everything. And let's see, 45, 50, 65, 75. I thought the same thing. I thought, well, what if I just get on here and the majority of my stuff is just me. You know, it's just me talking into a camera, being real. I wonder if people would appreciate that. And it turns out there is people who appreciate that. So I agree, Tim. I like that. By the way, Tim, I don't know if you know, your last name is my first name. You were one of my early subscribers. I remember seeing, I thought, man, I don't see my name very often. Now yours is my last, your last name is my first name, but even still, I don't see a lot of Brennan, anybody walking around. All right, here we go. So loaded the bar. We're gonna ladder our way up on the flat bench. Maybe hit a new PR today. Last time I was able to get back to 135 pounds, which is a 45-pound plate on each side. I was able to knock out, I think it was 8 of those. So that's a new personal record. I used to warm up with that. And then Emerald says hi. Hey, Emerald, thanks for jumping on. Glad to have you. But I used to warm up with 135. Now I'm able to rep out a working set. So hopefully I can get a little higher than that today. And then Amiral, sign with your name. Amiral says, I'm from Iran. Oh, wow. Welcome from Texas, here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Appreciate you jumping on. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Over here it is almost 5:30 in the morning, around 40 degrees. Curious what it's like in Iran right now. You gotta let us know. Odd Brennan says, Odd Fitness Tim Brennan says, yes, no edits. Yes, people love that I'm not into the BS. Yes, I believe this is a cool chance of happenings meeting each other through hyperspace. Keep on building, bro. Right there with you, man. Appreciate that. Amiro says I subscribed. Oh, great. Glad to have you. Our goal is 1,000 by the end of 2026. Now, we can beat that. Happy with that. So we're at 75 pounds. I got to get to work here. Let me bust out a set. I'm going to aim for about 15 if I can get there. All right, 15 reps on that first set. We're gonna bump up to 85 now. We're gonna keep laddering up until I get to a working set that I feel like I need to stop at. I'm trying to make sure my chest stays engaged. And then Odd Fitness Tim Brennan says, 4:24 a.m. here. I'm about to do a little bike ride to work and open the restaurant. Nice. What's the temperature there? That's gonna be, in Denver, a cold bike ride, I would imagine. Also, how is it as a chef? I know you got that promotion, I think it was a few months ago now. Curious how that's playing out for you. And then, got another comment here. Amarol says, I love it. I love Iran and America. I appreciate it, man. I'm grateful to have you here. It's kind of crazy. When I was a boy, never did I think I could get on first of all, I didn't think I'd get on the internet. Didn't know what the internet was. Never had a concept for it. But once it came into play, never did I think that I'd be able to get on the internet and interact with somebody from a completely different country, or that someone from a completely different country would be even a little bit interested in anything I'm putting out. And some of my subscriber base here is not from America. In fact, I think only 40% are from America. So it's cool. We got some folks in a bunch of different countries all over the world who are interested in some of the stuff that I send out. Appreciate that. Now we got Iran as well. All right, Odd Fitness says, you're a beast. I'm so impressed because a lot of people will give up after back surgery. 28 degrees is the temperature. It's an S load of work being a chef. Yeah, I agree. No, don't get me wrong, Tim. There were times when it kind of felt dark, and I thought, do I just need to find a new, easier hobby and goal? And it's just, after 20-something years of doing this, I couldn't. And so I appreciate it. I'm glad that it is inspiring to you and anybody else it is. I'm inspired by those who do what they do. Like I've seen your videos. I've seen you kind of with your scars and stuff. It's obviously you've been through it. So you don't realize this, but some of your stuff was an inspiration to me too. So thank you. 28 degrees. That's insane. And then, yeah. Which one?
The big one.
Oh, yeah.
No, the big weight.
That one?
The weight on the machine.
Yeah, yeah. All right, sorry, I had to work on the cable machine. My wife is in here and she's about to use it, and those big 35s, she's not a big fan of having to move around. Anyways, you said, Tim Burning, you said, I agree, a lot of people are interested in my stuff from around the world. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really, really cool to see all those folks from around the world. The good stuff as far as being a chef, man, I've heard it's a really hard job. My 18-year-old son wanted to get into it, and he got a taste of how difficult it was, and he said, not for me. Let me do another set real quick, guys. Another 15 reps, 85 pounds. We're gonna bump up, continue to ladder our way up. So we're going to 95. Tim says, you're still a wrestler too. Have you taken a bump lately? I have some friends that are workers, and they're absolutely tough dudes. So I'm retired. I'm not a wrestler anymore, but I do participate in the shows. And what I mean by that is, currently here locally, there's a few independent shows that run regularly, and one of them, I play a general manager role. So essentially, like, for those who aren't familiar, it sounds like you probably are, Tim. For those who aren't familiar, you know, it's more of like an on-stage character. You know, I'm the boss of the show, so to speak. I make the matches, I make it interesting and entertaining and all that kind of stuff, which if you guys are interested in seeing any of that, check out the channel, Aaron Eagle. That's my wrestler name, which I can go into that one day if anyone ever cares where that name came from. But I'm an on-screen character. I also help book the show. If you're not familiar with that terminology, book the show means essentially write the show, write the matches, write the angles, help develop some of the characters, things like that. So I'm still definitely involved, but as far as like taking bumps, I'm not taking any more bumps anymore. In fact, one of the things that I discovered was I have a degenerative spine. Which is probably part of the reason I broke my neck doing a burpee, is I had a weak spine, didn't know it. I thought I just had a sore spine because I'm a wrestler. Anyways, don't take bumps. One of the things I learned was if I was basically playing Russian roulette in the wrestling ring, you know, one bump could have paralyzed me. So I'm not taking any more chances there. I'm still involved in wrestling, but I'm not actually physically doing the wrestling anymore. I can always, every once in a while, punch somebody in the face. That's always fun. All right, and then Odd Fitness says, cut promos, Aaron Eagle. It's a cool name, I'll check it out. Tons of promo stuff. Now, I really enjoyed the acting, entertainment, talent part of it more than I did the physical stuff. So yeah, if you go to the channel, you'll see a ton of promos. And in fact, on the replay of this live, I'll put in the description a channel link for the Aaron Eagle page. All right, set number 3, 95 pounds. Here we go. All right, 15 reps on 95 pounds. We're going to keep laddering up, so now we're going to go to 105 pounds. And then Odd Fitness, she said, hey, that is okay, just get jacked as heck. No need to ruin your back. Yeah, absolutely. I like being big and muscular, you know, it feels great. I feel like it adds a level of confidence for sure. Looking for my weight, sorry guys. See where I put it, there it is. Feels good, you know, you look good, you stand out. Tell you what, I'm in as a you know, real profession, I guess you could say, the thing that pays the bills. I'm in private security. I've been doing that for a number of years, and one thing I'll tell you is when you look jacked, people don't tend to test you. Now I'm in the executive level now, so I don't really have to, you know, deter anybody or be a physical presence in the field anymore necessarily. But at the same time, going to executive meetings or, you know, having to go meet with clients or whatever, sometimes having that physical presence, it doesn't help for negotiations or arguments or whatever either. So yeah, just get jacked as heck. All right. You can use this and move it. All right, the wife is camera shy. She's trying to use the machine that I was using as a magnet here. So we're going to move over here. We are going to knock out 105, maybe 15 reps. Let's see. All right, 12 reps that time. Those are good 12. I didn't want to test another one in case I got stuck. She's not got the most jacked arms in the world to spot me if I need it. So just went ahead and stopped just in case, but that's okay. I'm still within the range. We're still in a position to be able to ladder up. You need help over there, babe? You got it? You need help? Huh? Okay. Hold on. It's because you don't have it pulled down all the way. Here, hold this. Yeah, you got that. Look. You got this part cut. That part doesn't go there.
It wasn't me.
Huh?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it was because you were jacking with it without reattaching it in the right spot yet. All right. God, doesn't she know how to use janky equipment? All right. Tim, you said injury healing is always a tough journey. I was hit by a vehicle on the highway on Christmas Eve 2024. I was hit by another van downtown Denver and had to rehab my arm for a year. It's a journey. Oh my gosh. Hit by 2 cars? What's going on? Like, they didn't see you, or were they drunk? Like, what caused that to happen? That's insane. You know, most people go their whole life without being hit by 1 car. You got hit by 2. I'm sorry, man. That must have been scary. I noticed you you ride your bike a lot. I see that in your videos. I didn't know that you got hit by a car. I didn't know 2 cars because I've seen your videos. But do you also drive, or is it just everything by bike? All right, Tim, you said your lifestyle looks rich. Cool home gym. Nice use of the word janky. I guess life wants me to feel pain. Now, let me tell you, if I had time to go into it, I've got a story too. I didn't just like wander into a bunch of blessing. I've been through it too. Been through a lot of stuff, and I told my wife, I said, you know, I think what I have now is like God's way of saying, all right, you've been through enough. Here you go. You know, congrats on the car. I see you have a car now. Yeah, so life, definitely, I'm blessed. I will say that, you know, I'm probably more blessed than most, but it took a long time to get here, and I had to go through a lot of fire before I got to this point. All right, here we go. We're going 115. Let's see how many we can get. All right, 9 reps. Not bad, 9 reps. We're gonna add another 10, which is gonna put us at 125. All right, let's load up, 125. Tim says, yeah, lifestyle looks rich, you have a car, got that. I did want to also mention, you know, Tim started off really, really poor as a kid. I remember we lived in a house that wasn't complete. Remember, you know, at times we didn't have the, you know, the normal accommodations of heating and air, or we ate the same cheap thing from a can every night for a period of time. Remember all that stuff. But as I've gotten older, I've learned a lot. God's blessed me with opportunities or with unlocked doors, and I've, you know, walked through the doors and faced whatever challenges and gotten to the point where, as a regular guy who wasn't given anything, gotten pretty good at understanding budgets and money and things like that, and how to set yourself up so one day you can actually stop working. That's all kind of stuff that I want to figure out a way to do that for a living, help every other regular person get to where someone can look at them like you did me and say, God, your life really looks rich, and give them a path on how to get there. All right. Tim says, lightweight, baby. Yep. And how's your yoga abilities? This may help you. Okay, I've heard that about yoga, and I think you might be onto something. Even in wrestling, there's a wrestler, you may have heard of him, DDP, who helped a lot of guys heal from their injuries in wrestling with yoga. So my yoga abilities, they're janky. But something I probably do need to look into because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. All right, 125.
This is light.
It's light? You probably should go up a little more. If it's light, yeah, okay, push me out of it. All right, 7 reps. I'm taking them off now. 7 reps, I'm going to 135. You can actually steal whatever you need. Apparently I took all the baby weights. The wife is over here needing them. So I'm gonna change out and put a 45-pound plate on each side, which is my new working set. Used to be my warm-up back before my injury. So y'all bear with me. Tim, you said, me too. Came from poverty and living my best every day. I need to figure out the money thing too. Well, Tim, any questions you got, feel free to drop them in a comment or something. I'm happy to, I have to be able to give them my email without publicizing it to everybody. But drop them in a comment if you got a money question. What I can do is post a video response to any money related question you might have. Happy to help you with that if you'd like. Obviously it takes discipline, and the good news is when it comes to people and kind of getting their money straight, if you're a fitness guy, which obviously you are, and you're disciplined, which your body says you are, the money stuff will be easy. It's just more discipline. You're already good at that part. When you said, oh, I'm a huge wrestling fan, I was in attendance for WrestleMania 30. I was hanging out with Teddy Hart on Bourbon Street. Love DDP. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I think you'll like my channel. Like I said, go over there and visit it. I'll drop the link for that channel in the description. I had a lot of fun with it. I was a fan ever since I was a kid. I saw, let's see, 45. There it is. I saw Stone Cold when I was like, I don't know, 13 or something. Younger than that, maybe. Get hit by a car. And I thought, wow, this is a sport where people get hit by cars. I gotta check this out. As I say that to the guy who says he's been hit by a car twice. Sorry about that. Not trying to glorify getting hit with cars. Yeah, you're laughing about that. You what? We should have a check it. I hate from the sense of us not notice. That's all right. He'll add a comment. We could just respond. It'll be good video content too. If I'm sure any question he or anybody else has, apply to anybody else. All right. Who was your favorite wrestler? Tim. Growing up, who was your favorite? right, here we go. We got 135, my new working weight. Used to be my warm-up. Let's see if I can get it between 4 to 6 reps. That's the goal here. Come on. All right, 4 reps. 135. That's where we're gonna stay. Gonna camp out here for the rest of my workout. Looks like I've got about, let's see, 10 minutes left on this live. Then I gotta go do real life. Kids to school, go to work. Got a follow-up appointment with the spine surgeon today, so there will be a daily. That's tomorrow. Are you sure about that?
Yes, you and I have appointments tomorrow.
What's today? That's right. Okay. Disregard. My kid has to go to the doctor today. Anyways, gotta go to work. Gotta get the kids to school. Gotta go take my child to the doctor. Tim says, I really always appreciate the work of Crispin Wall, RIP, Family 2, and Lance Storm. Yeah, those guys are good technical wrestlers. I was always a bigger fan of the character-based wrestlers. You know, the ones who have a ton of personality, a ton of charisma. Those guys are very talented, don't get me wrong. Great wrestlers, better wrestlers than I ever could have dreamed to be, for sure. I was a big fan of the personalities like The Rock, big fan of him. Believe it or not, D'Lo Brown was my first favorite wrestler. He's the first guy I ever saw on TV. He came out with a European title. I didn't know what the titles meant, but I thought, wow, this is the champion of Europe. Pretty impressive. All right, here we go. Let's go into another set at 135. That right side is really lagging. Right side is a little slower getting the weight up, but we still got there. And really that's how the growth is going to happen, the regrowth. The regrowth will happen the more I put that muscle, that sleepy muscle, under some load. I call that my lazy pec. The right side doesn't want to do any work. Just wants to hang out, enjoy the ride. That right pec thinks he can just be around all the other cool muscular kids and then he'll be a part of the team, and he's not. He's got to get to work like everybody else. That lazy pec needs to wake up. My wife is over there shaking her head. She thinks my comparison. Corny is what I'm all about. Tim says, very cool, D'Lo Brown. Attitude Era was so intense. I love all the WCW2 and the corny pay-per-view names and themes. Yeah, it was good stuff. And in the moment, during the Attitude Era, I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. If you ever try to go watch it back, a lot of it does not hold up well. It's one of those, like, let that live in nostalgia. Let that live in your memory. Don't go revisit it because you'll ruin your memories of it that had all the sparkles and unicorns around it. Work that pec. Yeah, come on, lazy pec. We're gonna go do another set. Let's get to work. See this part right here? That little cap. You had that stuck in there. So you pull it out. That's always cut. That's right. There we go. Good. No, what? I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay. I'll take the clips off the end in case I need to dump it. I'm good. All right, four reps again. You can see me on there too, though.
It's lags.
A few seconds.
Seconds.
Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
All right, 4 reps again. Let's give it just a minute. Put a little bit of time in between these reps. The right side is wanting to give up, and I want to keep fatiguing it. And then Tim says, talking about the attitude era, yeah, it's so raunchy. Yeah, it really is. I look back at it because I was pretty sheltered growing up. You know, my mother didn't necessarily let me get exposed to a lot of things. Maybe other kids maybe got to be exposed to. I can't believe they let me watch that. But I don't think they realized how raunchy it was. I think they probably thought it was still like the innocent wrestling of the 80s or something like that. You know, because I remember things like they wouldn't let us watch, gosh, what was it? It was one of those sitcoms. I know it wasn't Friends. I think it was, I don't know. I can't remember it. It wasn't Sex and the City. It wasn't Friends. But there was a sitcom that probably is lightweight compared to the way the Attitude Era was, but wasn't even allowed to watch that. But I don't think they realized how bad it was. I remember me and my brothers during the day sneaking around to watch Jerry Springer. Like, my parents would have killed us if they knew we were watching Jerry Springer. South Park, another one. We couldn't watch South Park. They guarantee if they had known what was playing when we were watching wrestling every Monday night, they would have pulled the plug on that. All right. Let's see. All right, we're gonna give it another minute, and then we're gonna go ahead and blast it again. I think my wife, if you're listening, wife, if you're on this live, I think you took the remote with you, and now I'm stuck listening to ads. I need you to come back so I can hit the skip button if you're watching. As much as everybody loves Kenny Chesney and Ticketmaster, it's just not getting me in the zone. It's not getting me in the zone to do what I gotta do. We're gonna try anyways.
Sorry. You go over here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There we go. Nice. All right. 4 reps. 4 reps, 135 pounds. I think I could get 5. I'm a little hesitant though, because that right side is really lagging. I don't want to get stuck. I don't have anybody in here to spot me, so I'm going to stay in the safe range. It's not worth getting re-injured. Looks like my plan worked too. Apparently I can speak to folks all the way over in Iran and to my wife in the next room to bring me the remote so I can hit the skip button and keep working out without ads. It's funny how we've advanced, huh? Tim says, have a great rest of your day, Brennan, and enjoy your recovery, brother. Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate you. Be careful out there on your bike. Don't need you getting hit by a third car, my friend. Look forward to seeing the rest of the content you post. Appreciate all the love. Take care. Go make some good food. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go another set at 135. If you're on and you haven't hit the like button, don't forget to hit the like button. Any support we can get, we're grateful for. The goal for 2026 is 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you think there's somebody out there who might enjoy some of the content, share it. Tell them to subscribe. Help us hit that goal. All right, here we go. All right, got another four reps, and that is going to conclude today's workout because I have to go do real life. I got to get kids to school, got to finish a couple reports, got some projects I'm way behind on, got a big exam I need to study for, got to take one of the kids to the doctor, have a session with my physical therapist today. Got a jam-packed day, and as much as I'd love to sit here and just work out all day, that is not doable. So if you didn't like, hit the like button now. If you're watching this later on the replay, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, be a subscriber. Join us. I'd appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who already has. We're getting closer and closer to 400 subscribers, and I'm grateful for that. We will catch you on tomorrow's live, and then later out today, I'll give you the day 97, I think it is, day 97 update. Take care, everyone.